Hi, this is Adalbert from Halotan Records portal, and it is our first review in English that we are posting on our YouTube channel. A review of an Italian dark electro act, Diskonnekt, the EP extended play, 27 minutes, I guess, which is entitled La Morte del Sole. But before I will begin the reviewing this material, I just want to make a short disclaimer that this is the first material, a first film, first podcast in English. The prior ones were made in Polish, so if someone who is not understanding Polish will start to check the previous ones, sorry, but they were in Polish. We will not divide this Halotan YouTube channel on Polish or English. Maybe there will be some more English reviews, English podcasts if we will see that there is at least some little or bigger demand for that. And why I am reviewing this EP? It's because Andy, who is the chief behind Halotan, saw Diskonnekt, this Italian dark electro band in Wrocław last week, and I also wanted to be there, but I'm not living in Wrocław, so it was a little bit more complicated, but I regret it because he told me that it was a very, very good concert. And right now, Diskonnekt, I guess, is touring Europe to promote this new EP, La Morte del Sole. It's, I guess, second or third EP, but they were silent for a few years. And firstly, I wanted to say that there is not much going on in the dark electro or harsh electro territory right now. Or maybe it's just because of the algorithms of the social media and streaming platforms that are making for me more difficult to hear some new acts. And usually I don't do reviews track by track, but here this is some kind of shorter album. As I said, it's about 27 minutes, so I guess I will do it. And but the first thing I observed while listening to this material, it is that it's a very, very great dance and very complex production. There is many going on many layers. So this is not some kind of dark electro or harsh electro that you can listen to as some kind of background music. Of course, it's I guess it's meant to be a music to which you can dance, of course, but still it's very, very, very complex. And of course, Diskonnekt is a very typical harsh or dark electro band, which means there is one producer or one, I don't know, keyboard player or synthesizer player. I don't know how they do it in live situations. And there is one vocalist. So this is a duo. And already the first track. By the way, the tracks, I guess, are in Italian. I did not found the lyrics, which is a shame. Maybe they should post it somewhere, maybe on Bandcamp. I don't know. But the first track is called Piombo, which I guess it means lead, and it's a very, very dense, heavy track with a lot of going on. There are, of course, ominous super souls, ominous those very famous Hoover sound, which was very popular in the 90s dance techno scene. There are some great samples. There is some very beautiful, eerie piano at the very end of the song, and this track made me just wanted to listen to the whole album very carefully. It's one thing I observed while listening to this first track, or all of the tracks, that this kind of music is something between more rhythmic, dancey tunes, which I would, maybe it's just my theory, which I would connect to European harsh or dark electro. If I compare dark electro from USA and from Europe, and well, there's also the Mexican one which is I guess it's closer to the, or maybe European is mimicking Mexican scene, or but anyway, they are connected somehow. The bands, like, I don't know, American bands like, I don't know, Down of Ashes or Cyclone 9, there are some down tempo moments which resemble to some kind of distorted dubstep. Sometimes they even have guitar, so it makes this music even closer to the some metalcore stuff. While the bands like I don't know, Suicide Commando in Europe, Combi Christ, they were like more fast, more mid tempo or fast tracks, more dancey ones, not so many down tempo elements. And I'm thinking that, or Alien Vampires, because they are also from Italy. And in my opinion, Diskonnekt merges all those threads into one. So there are some down tempo elements, or slam, I would like slam drops, very heavy ones. But on the other hand, the music is leading you straight into the dance floor. You want to dance to it. So I think it's a very cool balance which they managed to create on this album. For example, the second track, the Piombo is more complex. The second track, Magia Negra, I guess is Black Magic, is more dance oriented. It resembles the first this bass line, which is the main the foundation of the track, resembles to me a little bit to a God module, or some, I don't know, distorted electro clash, I don't know. And there are some great vocals there. The great distorted vocals in Magia Negra, which resemble to me a little bit the main villain. If you played in the 19th in Fallout 1 game, the main villain, this distorted human robo computer which was turning people into mutants, had a similar very unpleasant voice. As I said, as I said, there are still some evident more dubstep or slam metal elements. Of course, I guess there are no guitars. I'm not sure are there guitars or are there no guitars. But anyway, they are very. If there are guitars, like in the title track La Morte del Sole, I have an impression that there's something going on there with on the guitar side. But anyway, they are very heavily treated, heavily filtered, and so on. So I must say that that's what I like. That this is very heavy stuff, but it's mainly based on synths or 100% on synths, on synthesized sounds. I don't like really this trend which appeared in the late in the second half of the second decade of the 21st century, where many bands, especially, I don't know, Combi Christ, even Oshiko, started to implement some guitars in their sound, which I don't like, because if I want to listen to metal, I listen to black metal, to death metal. When it comes to industrial music, I prefer that there is no guitar, or there are very like in the background. And speaking of Andy LaPlega or Combi Christ or his other project, the next track, Impulso, it starts like Panzer AG. I don't know if you remember, there was this project, I guess, Andy LaPlega is resurrecting this idea. He wants to tour with Panzer AG material right now, I guess. And the like mid-tempo, very, very mechanical feel, very groovy. But my favorite track of the whole EP is the fourth one, Realtà a Circuito Chiuso, which means, I guess, reality in a closed circuit, because it's, there are some very, very great moments there where this more dense side of Diskonnekt prevails, especially in the beginning. It's very, very groovy, and the only thing I really regret here is that it lasts only 3 minutes 24 seconds. I wish that it was much longer. And the other tracks like Oggi Qualcosa Muore or Alieno, Oggi Qualcosa Muore, maybe I will send something more about it. It's the most epic track on the whole album. It's the most mid-tempo or even more slower one. The Super Souls are creating some kind of very, very anthemic leads here, which I don't know, might even lead us to some trance territory. But so this is the fifth track is the other track, which after the fourth, the Realtà Circuito Chiuso, which stands a little bit out for me in a positive way. The track which convinced me the least, it's Alieno, but it's still a good track. It still fits into the album. And the last track, La Morte del Sole, is a very anthemic. It also has some kind of anthemic feel. It's also has this mid-tempo, a little bit Panzer AG, so more like march, militaristic, anthemic, call it whatever you want. Very epic feeling in La Morte del Sole. Well, if you have the title like that, The Death of the Sun, it must be something more epic, I guess. Well, that's well, it was not exactly track by track, as if you listen to my review. The pros and the cons. The pros, that there's some cool new dark electro act which is touring. It's not only a studio project, which is very, very important, because in time of all those artificial intelligence stuff, algorithms which are choosing music for us, the ability to go to a gig, to see a band live, to maybe buy their merch or a CD, it's something which breaks this scheme, because artificial intelligence cannot mimic live performance. So the first pro is that this album came out and it is accompanied by some gigs. Even I had not possibility to attend one. It's a great thing. The second plus is, as I said, it's a very, very well produced album. I did not spoke anything about vocals yet. They are good, harsh, dark electro vocals. They are very, very heavily processed, so they fit to the music. Maybe this album will be more even better if those vocals were less processed. I presume that the vocalist has a very, very good harsh vocals, and maybe he don't need so much FX and distortion on his vocals. I don't mean to go hardcore, just like Andy LaPlega, or I don't know. It's not always a good thing, you know. But if you listen, for example, to Alien Vampires from Italy, or Oshiko, their vocals are processed, but you also can hear that the vocalist or Polish man Hexe, the vocalist Odo, is a great vocal. He does not really need much of processing, post-processing of his vocal. And in my opinion, the vocalist of Diskonnekt has also very good voice. but I would like to hear it more forward. I would like to hear it with the FX a little bit more hidden. So that's the only con, I guess. And the other con is that this is only 27 minutes. I know that maybe they gave us what it have the best, but I hope there will be some full album of Diskonnekt in the future. I mean, 27 minutes, it's almost like a full album. It's not like extended EP is for me about 20 minutes. If we use these old definitions from the 80s or from the 90s, 27 minutes of such brutal, intense music, it's long. It's not really short, because there is really, it's very dense. There is much going on. There are so many layers. So I guess it could be, I don't know, 10 minutes longer. I guess they will release something like that. Maybe some tracks could also be longer, like especially Realtà a Circuito Chiuso. It has a great floor fill potential if those more techno trance elements could be a little bit more elaborated. So that's it. This is first review in English, first material that appears on Haloton Records YouTube channel. I hope you like it. If you like it, you can you can post a like, you can comment it. If there are the other dark electro bands which we should listen, which we should review, please write to us, write it in comments, or contact us via our social media or via our email, and we will try to listen to it and maybe say something about it. So thank you. This was Adalbert from Halton Records, first material in English, and hope we will return with something new sooner than later. Bye.